Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood Pyro Binoculi, and today we'll be talking about how the Pyro deals with other classes in the game and my opinions of what is the best tactics to use against them in order to deal with them quickly and efficiently. I call this Pyro versus the world. Of course, this will be covering how the Pyro deals with them and not any other class, so keep that in mind while you're watching. Today's video will be covering the offensive classes, and the next two will cover the defensive and support classes. Let's begin with everyone's favourite lad from Boston, the Scout. The Scout is the fastest class in the game, having abilities such as the double jump and capturing objectives twice as quick compared to other classes. However, he is one of the flimsiest classes as well, with only 125 health, meaning he can be taken out quite fast. His main methods of attack come from the scattergun, which deals massive damage from up close, the pistol, which can deal steady damage from a distance, and the bat, which deals about half the damage of other classes' melees, but deals damage quicker than them as well. With the Pyro, there are plenty of ways to deal with the Scout close range. Your flamethrower is perfect when they get too close, as most scouts will likely run away from you if you set them aflame, from my experience anyway. If you want to make sure they don't escape, your best option is to try and air blast them into a corner and finish them off with a flare or a melee like the extinguisher. If you know you can't get them near a wall or a corner, or they're being a nuisance from a distance, then your best option is to whip out your secondary, whether it's a shotgun or flare, and deal damage from there. If they use the projectile such as the guillotine or baseball, or throw milk, your best bet is to try and reflect it back at them, as they will be at a slight advantage if they manage to successfully land a hit with them. They won't be able to deal nearly as much damage to you from afar compared to a meat shot with a scattergun, so it's important you get damage done to them as well. Scouts can appear from anywhere at any time, so be aware of your surroundings so they don't take you out before you realise they're there. Next is the Soldier, everyone's favourite American patriot. Compared to the others, he is the second slowest class in the game, but has a pretty big health pool of 200 health, and being able to rocket jump helps the Soldier in terms of manoeuvrability. Speaking of, the Soldier's arsenal consists of the rocket launcher, a high-speed projectile which can deal splash damage and does decent damage as well. His shotgun deals decent damage but does huge damage when up close, just like the scattergun. And finally, he has his shovel as the melee. A lot of soldiers will of course use their rockets to damage you, as a lot of people who play as him will use a banner alongside it, as well as either the market gardener or escape plan, seeing as how those are the most used. The best way to counter rockets is to keep a safe distance from you and the soldier and try to air blast them back. This will also deal mini crits to them as well, meaning you'll be dealing quite a bit of damage to those in the area of the blast. If they see you're reflecting a lot of the rockets back, they'll whip out the shotgun to try and deal some damage from a safe distance. This will be your chance to also attack with your shotgun or flares, seeing as you'll be too far away for the flamethrower to do any good. If you have a banner, however, you'll probably be better off storming towards them and trying to reflect the rockets as well. But be careful, as they can just as easily shoot near their feet so to get some damage done to you before dying. If they try to retreat, you can catch them up easily enough to finish them off however you like. But if it's the escape plan they're using, then using your secondary will be the better choice. Soldiers can also attack from above, which many people don't seem to realise until it's too late. A good idea to counteract this would be to try and attack with a flare and stay out of the range of the rockets. If they're trying to market garden you, don't move backwards as it'll make it easier for them to get you. Instead, run towards them or move sporadically so it's harder to predict where you'll be. When they land, that's your chance to attack. Next up is the Pyromaniac itself, the Pyro. The Pyro has an average speed and has a decent health pool of 175 health. They also have the ability to reflect projectiles such as rockets, Girati, grenades, arrows and much more, as well as flare jumping with certain flare guns. Sorry, I had to do that again. Stock Pyros will carry around a flamethrower which deals constant damage and afterburn which deals damage over time, a shotgun which I've already gone over with the Soldier, and then melee the Fire Axe. Now when face to face with another Pyro, your flamethrower won't do anything in terms of afterburn, as Pyro is the only class that doesn't get set aflame after being damaged with fire. If you're in a flamethrower fight with a Pyro, you should bring your shotgun out and finish them off quickly. If you don't have one equipped, try and get to where the other Pyro can't get you and keep shooting flames at them and hope you'll get the kill before they do. It's also probably the best thing to do when they get their shotgun out too, as if you get too close to them with your flamethrower, they can do more damage with meat shots than you can with fire. Melees like the sharpened volcano fragment and extinguisher won't be useful either due to the previously mentioned afterburn immunity. Weapons like the power jack and third degree would be best to use, as these still do great damage against pyros as well as other classes. I would be careful of reserve shooter pyros, seeing as that's one of the only other ways a pyro would have an advantage against another pyro. If you notice they have one equipped, the best thing to do is shoot them from afar, and if they get too close, air blast them back, as if they get a chance to air blast you, you're pretty much toast. So that's my thoughts and strategies on how to deal with the offense classes with the Pyro. Of course, this is my way of doing it, so I'd like to know how you guys take on these classes while playing as the Pyro. And as always, this has been your friendly neighborhood Pyro Binocle, and as always, I will see you in the next video. See ya!